Hey friends, Kat Kerr, and I am so excited to share my new Joggles foam stamps with you. Now, if you've been following along, you know I have an addiction with foam stamps. I love using them in 1,000 different ways, but today I'm going to share my top 5 favorite ways to use foam stamps. Now, the first thing I love doing with my foam stamps is simply using black acrylic paint. And I love starting off with black because it's really like creating my customized coloring pages. Here I'm stamping them directly onto some disc-bound journal pages, and now they're ready for me to take it to the next step. So by starting off with black acrylic paint, it opens up the possibility for me to use watercolor or acrylic ink. Here I'm using Ecoline liquid watercolor, but because you have that foundation, you can really just have fun and color the pages. Of course, once you're done adding the color, you can add additional texture. Here I'm using a jelly roll, but I also ended up using a rubber stamp, and really sky's the limit. It's a simple, easy background. Now, speaking of a watery look, I love using watercolor on my foam stamps, and that's not something that you would normally think of when using foam stamps, but I just love the look of this watered down image. And so here I'm using my gel press plate as a palette, and I'm just adding the medium directly on the plate and then using it as a stamping pad. So I just press my foam stamp directly into the liquid and then stamp it onto the substrate. Now, of course, if you want a more permanent option, you can use acrylic ink or just regular acrylic and water it down. But it just gives this really nice watered look, which I love. My third favorite thing to do with foam stamps has to be monoprinting. Oh my gosh, I can't get enough of using my foam stamps on my gel press plate. There's so many possibilities here. Normally when I sit down for a session, I'll grab some acrylic paint and a handful of foam stamps and some of my stencils and anything else I have lying around that can create texture. But using foam stamps is such an easy way to create beautiful monoprints. Another favorite and easy way to create backgrounds using my foam stamps is to simply take a black disc-bound journal page, which I use probably more than anything. I love using a black background, taking some gold acrylic paint and adding the design again, repeating the design to create a full background. And once that acrylic paint dries, I take a white jelly roll and just fill in all of the gaps, using the shapes of the foam stamps as a guide and just kind of repeating that pattern. And it's such a simple and unique way to create a background. Now, lastly, I love creating tissue paper bits with my foam stamps. You can't see the tissue paper there, but it is on my work table, and I simply just take some of that black acrylic paint again, and I'm using all of my foam stamps here. I am just filling in all of the tissue paper and I let them dry, and here I'm just adding some watercolor to a journal page, and I'm also using one of my foam stamps But then I'm going to take some of those tissue paper bits and just cut them up and create texture with them. There's no rhyme or reason. I just glued them down. I wasn't really looking for any one particular shape. I just wanted to create some contrast. And then I finished off the page by using some acrylic some acrylic paint, as well as some acrylic markers. And I added my focal, and this page is done. Well, I hope that this video gave you some ideas when using foam stamps, and I certainly hope that you check out my new designs over at joggles.com. And for more ideas on how to use foam stamps, be sure to check out both Joggles and my own YouTube channel. We have tons of videos using foam stamps because honestly, it's just this endless well of possibility when it comes to foam stamps. So thanks for watching and take care. Bye-bye.